Well, the Trump administration is pushing back its timetable for tariffs on auto imports amid trade negotiations with Canada, Mexico, and, oh, yes, the European Union. But China is not off the hook here. The White House is moving closer to slapping $200 billion of tariffs on Chinese goods. And President Trump is even now downplaying expectations for the trade talks that are set to resume between lower-level parties between the United States and China this week. The president telling Reuters he did not, quote, anticipate much would come of these talks. Here to weigh in, our own Kristina Partsinevelos and Belpointe chief strategist David Nelson. It's great to have you both here. And let's kick it off with China, Kristina, because, you know, look, all these public hearings are being held under Lighthizer. Companies are saying, don't do this with the Chinese. Don't proceed with $200 billion. You're going to tax everything from cradles to coffins. And the president is saying, yeah, we're still going to do it.
Yeah, he's going to say he's still going to do it. And he said most recently that he's in it for the long term because a lot of the argument has said in China they can do it long term because the president has a long term. There's no end to his term. But I think we need to think about, one, once you start shifting products locally, that means local producers here will take advantage and start increasing their prices. You're getting hit double whammy, increasing by local producers and an increase in price because of this tax on Chinese goods. And I think it's unfortunate when you say that it's, you know, the United States right now is in the stronger position. Yes, Chinese markets are getting hit, but it's not a zero-sum game. This is going to possibly change markets in the future. This is going to hurt the economy if it blows out to be much larger, and it can. It really can.
I mean, I think the statement still is true, though, David, that, you know, obviously they export more to the United States.
The math is not in their favor.
Yeah, so the math doesn't work. But at the same time, I think the risk to the economy is real. That's why there's 6 days of these hearings, because these companies are saying, we will raise prices, whether it's 10 or 25%, doesn't matter. We will be raising prices on the American consumer. I don't think Americans are really grasping that yet, or what that's
Look, there's risk for sure. But you said it. This president is thinking for the long term. What President Xi and other nations, and certainly China, has counted on is us defending the status quo. And the critics of this administration are likely the architects of the current system. And that's why we're here. So I support the president in this. Look, if we don't do something about this now, we're not just talking about the industrial complex. We're talking about the military complex as well. We have to stop the forced transfer of intellectual property. Look at a J-31 strike fighter. It's nearly an exact clone of a Lockheed Martin F-35. So I think these are very important issues, and sometimes you have to stand up for what's right, and I think that's exactly what he's doing.
I think the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, though, really quick, Kristina, you know, the president of the chamber came out over the weekend and said he doesn't think the administration or the president has any real clue of how to deal with IP theft and the forced technology transfer. He doesn't see a clear strategy. He didn't say clue. But
I think there's just, you know, a lack of direction when you're talking about what are we going after? Are we going after IP? Are we going after trade deficit with China, which actually grew?
We're doing both.
No, but you can't go after all that. I think the message
is Why can't you?
Because right now, when you have the local strength subsidies in China, they're not going to change their nationalism within their country.
I've got the perfect scorecard. Look at the stock market. We're hitting an all-time high. They're in a bear market.
I see that, but they can retaliate. How they can retaliate, they can go after U.S. components, as an example. Some products are made in Europe. They use U.S. components. What happens if China turns around and says to all these European countries, stop using U.S. components within the next year, or we won't use your goods? And then that's when you have that trickle effect. These are all different ways.
These are all possibilities, but keep in mind,
which we need to
they're talking on their side. Look, there's one downside to being a president for life like President Xi. He owns this right now. And right now, they're very upset within his own country.
And there are many looking at him. He has a lot of critics in his own country and he's not getting it right. Yeah, no. There's a lot at stake for these Chinese billionaires if they're not sitting in jail right now.
I agree.
We are out of time. I wish I could have gotten to Mexico. I know we'll have to do that tomorrow. Kristina and David, thank you for both being here. It was a great discussion. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks for having us.